Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk briefly about transition words, and you've probably heard this phrase before, and you're probably aware of what they are. But transitions have two basic functions in writing. It's to connect your ideas together in a way that's easy to follow, and it's to help the writing flow smoother. I'm just going to give you a couple different examples. So some transition words or phrases that you might know are however, for example, even though, although, as a result, instead, etc. You can see the list goes on and on here. Let me give you an example of like a real world situation where you can make and connect your ideas better by using a transition. For example, if you look at this first one, the sentence is Mr. Spinelli procrastinated all day. The second sentence is Robin wouldn't let him watch the Bruins game. Now, if these two sentences were next to each other, we might be able to figure out how they're connected, but let's take all the guessing out of that for our readers. And when you look at the sentence here in the light blue, the transition I've added, Mr. Spinelli procrastinated all day, and as a result, Robin wouldn't let him watch the Bruins game. So as you can see, there's a clear connection between me procrastinating, surprise, surprise, and Robin not allowing me to watch the game because I procrastinated. So, I wanted to show you one example of somebody on the name that I think has done a really nice job of using transitions, and that's Lucy. And I wanted to draw your attention to Lucy's middle paragraph right about here. And right after she talks about Marley discussing why were his eyes turned down instead of looking up to find someone to help. The part that I've highlighted is this resulted in Marley being bound by symbolic chains that forced him to walk through people's happiness without being able to share it. Marley also described being unable to provide help to people who are in desperate need of it. In this quote, Dickens also uses an illusion. This literary device served Dickens extremely well in Marley's quote. By incorporating the illusion, it allowed the reader to connect with what Marley was explaining. Most people are aware of the story of the wise men, therefore making it easy to understand Marley. A couple places where Lucy's used transitions nicely is this last part right here. Most people are aware of the story of the wise men, and then this transition phrase, therefore, making it easier to understand Marley. She's made it really clear and simple for us to understand how the two ideas are connected. She's also used a nice phrase here of by incorporating the illusion, it allowed the reader to connect with what Marley was explaining. So she's introducing and using a phrase, a transitional phrase in the beginning to show what we're doing. So again, just to recap, transitional phrases are there to connect ideas and help the writing flow smoother. As you revise, be looking for places where you can add these phrases to make your writing easier to read and easier to understand. Thank you.